Hey, brought to you by Cures Maryland. Okay, so here is the scenario. We gave you these problems where we said you have a 50% solution and a 10% solution. Then you have a 50% solution and a what? 40, and then a 50% solution and a 90%. So just to review, going back to the PowerPoint, these are the three ideas we want to understand. Hypertonic, hypotonic, and then iso. When they say solution, that means the outside has more dissolved stuff, like one of the labs we just did, one of the cups, A or B. We'll find out. When we say hypo, it means it has less stuff in the outer environment than the cell. This represents a cell. So let's look at this website and, wait, I know what we need to do. Let's go back to here for a second. And let's identify this first. If this dialysis bag, which represents a cell, the cell membrane, is it hyper or hypo? Hyper. In relation to the 10% outer solution is hypo. So we're saying water is the only thing that can permeate this bag. We're saying sugar, in this case sucrose, cannot diffuse through the membrane. Water can go through osmosis in, and that's going to cause something. So let's look at this website that I had loaded.
Hyper is more stuff. Hypo is less stuff. When you say stuff, it could be
Okay, now let's look at this. This is a scenario, and then we're going to label the picture. So distilled water is the outside environment, and we're taking a bag. So let's watch what happens when you take a cell, like an animal cell, and put it in a hypotonic solution. It potentially explodes.
Can we do that? I want to do that.
Okay, now let's zoom in here and see what's happening. So look, hypo versus hyper. There's more stuff inside the cell than there's outside. And watch, water goes in, and eventually, if it can't do something without water, it's going to explode. Now, plants like this environment. We, on the other hand, don't. So let's answer the question. This is the scenario. Go ahead and copy that down. I'm going to pause for a second to let you guys copy that down. So let me just do that. Now, let's look at scenario 2. Does scenario 2 look kind of like the same?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go and fill it out, but you're going to notice a note at the end. So let's go ahead and, it's hypertonic just like the previous one. It's hypotonic solution, hypertonic bag. But water's going to go in, but I put a little note, put a star by this. This close to being isotonic. So let's look at the animation. All right, and then we'll pause for you to copy the rest of this. So isotonic, look, water's going in and out because it's at equilibrium. Water's going to keep going in and out until it reaches equilibrium. Can't even really see anything, all right? So I'm just going to reset for the hypertonic. Okay, so there's your answers. Let me just pause while we're copying it down. So now let's talk about the third scenario. Notice this is different than the other ones. All right, and if you go back to this, there's more stuff inside the solution than inside the cell. I should have said in the outer environment. All right, so that is this. Hypertonic. Watch what happens to a cell when you put it in a hypertonic solution. Oh no.
I'm melting.
Okay, watch what happens. Water leaves that cell and it shrinks. We just put a caret in what we label solution A and solution B. One was a hypertonic solution, one was a hypo. So one of the carets will be all rubbery because it lost water and it will shrink. The other one will be really pretty firm because it gained water. Here's the scenario. Now, as you copy this down, the bag is hypotonic. That means there's more stuff in the outside environment than the inside. The solution is hyper. Water goes out of the bag. You notice in scenario 2, I drew a little arrow showing water. I didn't do that with this one. You can do that. Oops, where are we? maybe draw a little arrow, show water and the arrow coming out if you want to do that. And let's put it here. I like this one better. Now, look at what I've written in red. This is not an answer to this problem. It is a little scenario to help you remember. Water always goes in the direction of the hyper. So that's going to pretty much conclude this. And I'm going to go ahead and just stop so you guys can copy the rest of it.